At this point of the year, I cannot wait for this game.
Sunday's Saints starters very, very settled. Liafa, Adnam, Musius, Vidanovic and Smith Milner. The coach, of course, is Troy McLean. And Brooke, you caught up with him a short time ago.
Coach T Money, welcome back to a place you know very well, the NZNBL and the playoffs. Now, there's been a bit of a roller coaster year for you guys, but you know better than most. All that matters is you get to the big dance. How do you make sure that you're here again tomorrow?
Well, man, look, Bulls are a tough opponent, pretty physical. The year's kind of really given us an opportunity to fight through the fire a little bit, right? So the adversity we've gone through has sort of set us up for this moment. So, you know, look, we're looking forward to the challenge, and we've got a lot of winners on this team, a lot of guys that have been in this environment before. So, you know, leaning on that collective understanding of what it takes to win. So, yeah, we're going to give it a good shot, man, good crack.
Speaking of winning, you guys did find a little bit of momentum those last couple of weeks. How do you ride that one into this one, and how's your week of prep been?
Week's been good, you know, a lot of focus on the defensive end, which has been the, you know, the focus for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So building momentum around the defensive end has been great. Offensively, you know, we're good. You know, top of the league in some elements of the offensive end. So, you know, we want to continue to do that and just be solid on the defensive end.
Coach, cannot wait. Good luck.
Appreciate you. Thanks, bro.
Bye-bye.
Well, let's have a look at the Bulls starters for this one. McGill, Wilson, Frame, Davidson, Brantley and Fortu. There is no Matt Freeman in the lineup tonight, out with a broken rib, but this is a gritty, workman-like team, isn't it?
Yeah, and they know their roles extremely well. They have cemented themselves on the defensive end. If they can get that done again tonight, it's going to help them to be back here again tomorrow night.
Huge season for Coach Daniel Sokolovsky. Let's hear his thoughts from a little bit earlier on.
Coach, welcome to the playoffs. Now, as a fan, this is one that I love. The offensive firepower that they have, you know, the likes of Isaiah, Kyle Adnam, but the defensive pressure that you guys have had, you made that your bread and butter this year. How do you guys get this one done tonight and make sure you're back tomorrow night?
It's being faithful to what got us here. You know, we take pride in being the best defensive team in this league. Variety of metrics. The things that are most important to us and have been biblical since the inception of this team is transition defense and defensive rebounding. You give a team like this multiple opportunities to score in one possession, you're going to concede a basket. And we felt firsthand back in Bruce Pullman in round 2, the pressure that they put on their opponents in transition. That's how they turned a fourth quarter, 41 points. Doesn't happen by accident, and it doesn't happen in the half court. Kyle Adnam and Isaiah Liafa are going to be relentless in transition, and they've got forwards that run with them. The task is tall, but we know what we're facing.
Coach, just on a personal one for you, this is your first year at the helm, a relatively new team, and what you guys have done this year has been phenomenal. What's one thing that you're most proud of this team?
The selflessness of this group. We chose to go the route of defense first because it requires personal sacrifice. I think it's something we took firsthand. I took notice of in how Modi Moore led the Breakers. And we were not shy about trying to mirror some of the things that made them successful. And it really aligns with who I am as a coach. And when what you're coaching matches your personal values, it's easy to stay true to that.
Coach, I cannot wait. Good luck tonight.
Well, Brooke, the Bulls have taken down the Saints twice this season. Dan Fortu has been a star, and that block was the big one from Brantley that got them going in the first matchup against the Saints.
Oh, Dan Fortu has been an absolute star. Coming of age almost. I think we've been waiting on this one from Dan Fortu for a long time, and he has looked good. Defensive end, he is getting it done, but second chance opportunities, he is scoring the ball, and he has been big on the boards.
Kyle Adnam, Isaiah Musius didn't play first time round for the Saints. Tyrell Harrison was out in their second meeting. The Bulls going in with the advantage. Here's the TAB head-to-head. What are your thoughts?
Well, the Saints know that they can fill it up, and I think this game is going to be won and lost in transition. If the Saints can get out and run, they can get the easy looks, they can finish on the rim, not allow this Bulls squad to set up their defense. They're going to have a good place when it comes to the fourth quarter in this game. If the Bulls can set up that defense, though, if they can stop transition, if they can do what they have done all year long, it's going to be a tough outfit to beat tonight.
Big matchup to have a look at in this huge eliminator tonight. Tyrell Harrison and Tom Vidanovic. We start with Tyrell Harrison. Amazingly, has only played 22 minutes since April the 15th.
But just so big to have back, especially without Matt Freeman. Now, that hand is it is covered up, and it looks like he is favoring it a lot. But just to have him out there, he's a big body. He knows what he is doing down there. Just to have him back out there is going to be huge.
And I reckon this guy's the heartbeat of the Saints. Tom Vidanovic, 16 points, 7 rebounds a game.
And they cannot allow him to get going. He is capable of hitting 10 threes in a game. He's done it multiple times in this league. If he gets going nice and early, it could be a long night for this Bull squad.
Coin officials for this one, Callum Welch, Ryan Jones and Duran Fiu. Of course, the winner of this game will roll back in tomorrow night. They will take on, in fact, sorry, they'll play Saturday, I should say, against the Tuatara. The Nuggets will be taking on the Rams tomorrow in semi-final number 1.
Well, there's that Webster combination and that Webster duel that we've been waiting a long, long time for. They're back in their hometown playing for 2 different teams. To have them back on the court is going to be good.
Rams take down the Hawks, 103-95 in overtime. The Hawks head home. Winner of this one progresses. The loser also heading home. Carter Reddish, 6-year-old from Buckland School, delivering the molten ball to get this one started.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Love our fans in the Sal's NBL. Here we go, Bulls and the Saints. Final 6, we are underway, and it'll be the Bulls with first possession and first score, Dan Fortu.
Man of the moment, way too easy. Good confidence builder for the squad.
Liafa on the drive, Vidanovic on the boards. It ends up with Adnam for 3.
And that pace, we see them get out quick. That pace is something that the Saints are going to look for. Isaiah Liafa head down on the rim. Second chance opportunity, Carl Adnam hits the first 3.
What an exciting opening 20 seconds to this contest tonight. Basket apiece, 4-2, Davidson off the glass.
And good read. That's what we're talking about. There's the quality players out here at this time of the year. They know the reads, they know the switches, they know the matchups, they know where to be. Great cut there from Davidson.
Early baskets both ways. Vidanovic here turns it over, looking for Adnam, chipping in, 4-2, getting busy very early in this contest. Scored 24 against the Saints first time, 4-2. Oh, Wilson frame.
And a relatively new team. One thing we talked about before this game was the environment might get them. It does not look like they're scared of the moment right now.
What an electric start. Liafa to add 3.
Well, we talk about guys not being afraid of the moment. Isaiah Liafa, a big addition to this squad halfway through the year, but was huge for the Breakers in their playoff push.
There's no fear here. It is blow for blow early. Another basket. McGill feeding 4-2.
And just a little bit too easy. No one on the nail. Probed. And another layup.
We keep this up, Brooke. This will be the highest scoring game of the season. A miss. Finally, Adnam comes up short on the iron.
And easy looks at the moment for the Bulls, but the pace at the moment really favors this Wellington Saints squad.
Wilson frame, how about his start? Vidanovic stripped away, the thief, the master, Ricky McGill. And he comes forward for the Bulls. Out by 5, 4-2, the go-to. Bodying up with Vidanovic on the turn. Just bustled out of it in the end. Vidanovic strong as always.
And like the look, the early possession going to Dan Fortu as we see Mucius get into that left in transition, and that's that pace that we're talking about. Got through the free throw line. No one on the nail there, an easy finish.
19 points scored in 2.5 minutes of play.
Oh, this is my type of basketball.
Great stuff. Already been a huge night with the Rams progressing. 4-2 to add another 2.
And just come out aggressive tonight, Dan Fortu. Out to 6 points, already 4 shots in the space of 3 minutes, and getting the looks that he likes.
Adnam on the drive, can't put it away, screaming for the whistle.
And I'm not mad at the no call if that call continues. Let the boys play his playoff time. It's going to be a lot of contact. This is going to be physical. If it goes both ways, I'm fine with that no call.
4-2 again to add another 2, this time just short on the little jumper. Liafa to Adnam, what a tandem. That one hits the corner. McGill quickly up and running. Goes to the floor, sliding through, no whistle. The Saints, Mucius.
And just fast pace. Not sure if he got tripped up there by Adnam or caught his own toe. But turnover goes the other way, and the Saints make them pay in transition.
These two teams have come out at breakneck speed. It is the #1 offensive team in the competition in the Saints against the best defensive team this season in the Bulls. McGill pulls up deep too.
And playoff intensity, we can see it right here. Kyle Adnam is up and in, pressuring the whole way.
Bogdanovic now draws contact, and finally everyone can draw breath.
Love the pace. I think this is a smart play from the Saints. If they can continue to play at this pace, they need to. Easy looks, if you allow this Franklin Bulls team to set up, you will not get looks like this. The Saints can get out in transition. If the Saints can get to the free throw line and hit their 3 ball.
And there's that foul on Isaac Davidson. Tom Bogdanovic heads to the TAB, 58% from the line this season. Early deficit of 5, misses the first.
And positive basketball on the other end from the Franklin Bulls as well. Dan Fotu came out with a points to prove. Nice and early. Saw that dunk, and then just went straight to the post the next 4 possessions.
So just to repeat, what we do know out of the Rams win earlier tonight is the winner of this game between the Saints and the Bulls will play the Tuatara tomorrow night. Of course, that is semi-final #1. The Nuggets in action Saturday night against the Rams.
And a different look here from the Saints. They've gone to a 1-3-1.
Davidson from the corner, Harrison into the action. Big three-pointer, Jared Wilson frame.
Come out with a point to prove as well. Their 3 ball, their stroke is looking good. Offensive rebounds are a killer.
Oh, Isaiah Liafa answers the challenge.
And make or miss on that. That is just the pace that we're talking about the Saints need to continue with.
Wilson frame has 8 in the game already. Here he is. Thomas. Over the top, Wilson frame.
Busy early. Cometh the hour, cometh the man. Dan Fotu was busy. Wilson frame has taken over out to 11 now, 4 of 4. 3 of 3 from deep.
What a start for him tonight. What a big, big body that man, Elijah Thomas, has.
And just what an explosive way to start game 2.
Out by 5, the Bulls. Here comes Liafa skipping to the basket, gets the roll, draws the whistle, off to the TAB.
And that's the Isaiah Liafa that I believe the Saints have been looking for since he got here. I think he was trying to find his rhythm, find his space within the team. As we see Wilson frame hit that 3 ball in the 3rd of the game. But Isaiah Liafa has come out with a point to prove. Out to 8 now, 3 of 4. With a couple assists and a couple rebounds to boot.
Jared Wilson frame hasn't missed.
Has anyone missed?
It's been very quick, hasn't it? Liafa converts. Troy McLean watching on, steely eyes on the sideline midway through the first.
And back to this 1-3-1. It was too easy on that last shot.
Brantley inside looking for Harrison, knocked away quickly up the floor. Here comes Mucius. Look at the step to the hoop.
I think that's what they needed to get into this 1-3-1. They've struggled with the man-to-man defense all year. Junk it up a little bit. Every now and then I'll go from a 1-3-1 on the 2nd or 3rd pass, switch to a man, but they have to know where the corners are and they have to know where Wilson frame is.
Mucius moves to 6 without a miss. McGill can't convert. Liafa, safe pair of hands, pulls up early.
And he's got that look. Walk back. You know when the nostrils flare just a touch.
Timeout called. He moves to 12. Have a look at this. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. Big strides off the double foot and puts it down. Mucius loving his start tonight. Isaiah Liafa, sneaky 12 points already.
And it's a different type of a look than the Wellington Saints that we've seen this year. That's the Wellington Saints that we're used to seeing. Getting up and down, finding spots in transition. 3 ball is an absolute coach killer. And it's falling tonight. and they're looking good early.
Let's rebound. Right, we're back to
Here's
our
Troy
normal
McLean.
coverages now with KT on the floor. Remember, we're switching here. All right, everyone else is good. All right, awesome. All right, hey. Yes. Yes. Hey, keep pushing the pace. Keep your eyes up. Kick it into on. Nothing on. Kick it back. Let's get into some action out of that. Second side is good. Turn the corner hard. Here we go.
Well, it's been an electric start, hasn't it, Brooke? 24-21. 45 points put down already. Saints fans in the house.
Speaking of Saints fans, there's Saints royalty in the building tonight. And he would love the way that this game is being played. One Lindsay Tate, who has multiple championships with this Wellington Saints squad, is in the building. And that's how he used to play. Get out and run. He was the best at this time of the year as well, and he'll be over there smiling right now.
So Yanni Wetzel in the building before. Dylan Boucher, of course, pacing around.
Tall black coach, Vera Cameron.
Lots of people watching on. The Sal's NBL Final 6 is underway. Bulls and the Saints doing battle. Eliminator game number 2. Wilson Frame, his first miss of the night. Toughen onto the floor now for the Saints. Here's Liafa. He has certainly made a statement early in this one.
And one and done opportunities as well. They came out heavier at the start of the Franklin Bulls. A couple positions now where they just haven't seen the ball go through, and the Saints are doing a good job of cleaning up those rebounds, getting out and pushing the pace.
And 4-2 with the foul. Darnay Samuel into the action for the Saints has a miss.
He shot that like he was in Paris.
You have to bring that up. Here's Tyrell Harrison. Welcome back, big fella.
And that's just the size. Big body, good dive. They've done a great job without him. But to have that big body, that experience, being with the Brisbane Bullets for a few years now, been playing with Aaron Baines and the likes of some of these boomers, to have him back out there with the potential to tie this ball game up at 24-all with 3 minutes to go in the first.
Has only played 5 games this season, enough to qualify, and converts from the TAB. Levels it up, 24 apiece.
And the Franklin Bulls want to get to the free throw line as well, because what it does, as we see the block there, is it allows them to set up their defense. That's been their bread and butter. That is their backbone.
It's a block into a wedgie, officially. Mark that down on the stat sheet.
But you need those at this time of the year. Easily could have given up on this play. Wide open dunk, no one around. Doesn't give up on the play, and that's why Brantley was in the running for Defensive Player of the Year.
Now, how many times have we seen him do that this season?
That must be a family thing.
Saints to hold possession here. Kyle Adnam. Now, they're usually pretty good off the baseline here, the Saints. Let's see what they can do here. They bring it all the way out to Thomas. Adnan pushing off, finding some space in the paint now, nowhere to go. Toughened down to Thomas. One-on-one with Harrison, who wins out. Harrison this time around. Wilson Frame. Super hot start. Look at the pressure from Thomas. Nearly took it back. Floating. Wilson Frame hands it off. Harrison, good footwork.
The way to not give up on the play. Thomas had a chance to get in there one. Wilson Frame kept it with the Bulls, got deep in the paint, found his big man.
Bogdanovic, a lot of space there. Good look for him. We know what he's capable of doing from long range once he gets hot. Brantley, look away, little shovel pass through to 4-2. He wanted the contact.
And that starts all the way back. Thomas can't gamble on that. It was a 4-on-5, a 5-on-4, excuse me. That whole way down, didn't get back past half. And when it comes to playoffs, you cannot gamble. Calculated risks are okay, but you cannot gamble and give up the opportunity for this Bulls team to get out. And Dan Ford gets back on the board and picks up his 8th point of the game.
He's got 8 in the game now, Dan, 4-2. Bulls call a timeout as they huddle in around Daniel Sokolovsky, one of the best in the business. Let's head down and have a listen in.
Jamal, it's good that you cover. Then kick him out. Go back.
How many fouls do we have to use? One to use. We come out, we run horns down. I want Jared running the baseline. Horns down, Jared is running the baseline. You either have Ty on a good post catch, a good cut on Philly and we play, or you have Jared open off the screen to screener. Jared, you don't have it. We have high pick and roll. It's you two.
Defense on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Defense, one foul to use.
Well, I can listen to Daniel Sokolovsky all day long. What a coach. What a deal this is. Sal's NBL special. Dylan Boucher, once he gets off his phone, he'll be getting into this one. He might be placing an order right now, in fact. The Sal's NBL steel combo.
What
just
are you saying?
$25.
He's got it on speed now?
He has. Playoffs is the code. Available to next Wednesday.
Going back to Coach Dan Sokolovsky, he has made me a believer. He's been an incredible coach all year, and I love what he has done with this team.
Back underway, Adnan sends it down to Thomas. Has been in some pretty good form over Harrison. He's good.
And love the battle down there. Big, strong bodies, both guys going at it. No foul in it, a lot of contact. But I like the no call once again from the rest and let the boys play.
Late season addition to the Saints, Elijah Thomas, shooting at 64%.
And he struggled early just to stay on the floor. He was constantly getting into foul trouble. There was a game where I think he fouled out in around about 5 minutes, which may be an NBL record. But as each week goes on, I feel like he gets better and better and better. In those last couple of weeks, we've seen how good the Saints team has been.
I don't know why Casey Frank brags about it, but I think he actually has the record for the quickest foul out in a game. Adnan with the miss. Harrison with the rebound. Cheeky Kenneth Tuffin reaching in.
And did a good job of not picking up the foul, but what it also does is it slows down the pace, of this transition offense, and they still get a wide open look.
The Saints pass to the corner was nice. Dottie Smith-Milner, did you see that?
Just a quality, talented finish. Hoops that he knows extremely well. Rosmany boy. And that's the right play too. Don't allow the smaller guard to come down and get his hands on it. Quick finish. Go back the other way.
The balance and the dexterity for a big man was quite remarkable. Harrison will hold this up with Marnie Dougal-Meter. Have a look at this again. The catch, oh, that is just absolute perfection.
And good look from your point guard there, always looking up, eyes up. You have to look back at your point guard as well. But it's just going back to that pace. This is the quickest I've seen the Saints all year. And arguably the best I've seen them play all year as well.
Well, the Bulls pride themselves on defense. #1 defensive team in the league. They've given up 28 points early. They won't be happy with that, but we're all tied up. Foul. Kenneth Tuffin is always busy, isn't he?
And when he's busy, when he's active on the defensive end, that's when he's at his best. Hands in the paint, deflections. Just a pest on the defensive end.
Headed to the Philippines at the end of this season. Kenneth Tuffin has made it known that that's where he tends to live and play basketball going forward. Dying seconds of this opening quarter. Brantley now with Tuffin going to work. Smith-Milner came in to help out. Ends up with 4-2. Can't convert. And the Saints with a chance at a late score here and to take the lead. The second eliminator of the night through the gap. Adnan draws the foul. The Saints quickly huddle. Have a chat. 29-year-old Aussie. A wonderful season. 18 points, nearly 9 assists a game. 5 seconds to go here. Oh, big Elijah Thomas steps out. Can't put it away. And at quarter time,
he gave that a go.
Don't think that would have counted. Thought it came off the hand after the buzzer. It's been an exciting night so far. We've already had an overtime game. The Rams getting home right now after one play. The Bulls and the Saints are all locked up. Don't you go away. Back in a moment. Well, night one of the Sal's NBL Final Six always delivers the goods, and tonight is no different. The Rams are through. We're all tied up at quarter time. Saints and the Bulls. Let's head down to Saints coach Troy McLean. Troy, what did you make of that opening quarter?
Solid quarter. We're giving up too many points, but we like the tempo.
Yeah, talk about that tempo right there. That's the quickest pace that I've seen you guys play at all year, especially against the squad. That's obviously a key point in this one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we keep playing at our tempo, getting good shots like that, and we're good to go.
We'll let you get back to work, Coach. Thanks for your time. The Saints open up this second quarter with a triple. Dougal Meter, who has had a hot hand all season, shooting at 49% from beyond the arc.
Well, that might have put him over 50, but good look. Kyle Adnam deep in the paint, collapses the defense and gets it to the wide open shooter in the corner. He makes them pay.
First look at Kelman Poto tonight. Ends up with McGill, and McGill responds.
And another good look. Good job with dribble penetration. Dougal Meter had to overhelp, overcommit. Did a good job of trying to get to one and then rotating back to the other, but too much space, and he makes them pay as well.
Ricky McGill will be happy with that. Shoots the triples at just 20% this season. There's Musius. Did he step on the line? He did. Paul McLean not too happy about it. Ryan Jones having a chat.
He apparently also might be having a baby.
Well, there's the left foot, the heel going down. Well, he's not having the baby. His
Actually, I stopped
is.
there way too early. You're right.
But it's a big 24 hours coming up for Ryan Jones, one of our very best coin officials. We wish him and his partner well. Their first child tomorrow is on the way. Exciting stuff. Locked up, 31 apiece. Darnay Samuel gets it to go. No, he doesn't. It rolls out. And look at this speed. The Bulls back the other way very quickly. 4-2 held up by Smith-Milner. Good professional foul there.
Yeah, good foul. Way to slow everything down. And Darnay Samuel's disappointed himself, but that's the look that they want. Looks on the rim. Shots that he will make 99.9% of the time. Still, in a playoff game and a point like this, you just want to get good looks. If he keeps getting that, they're going to be fine.
Torhi takes the seat. Bazant to bring it in. Davidson, catch, take, shoot. Doesn't get the drop. Basket for basket action early in this one tonight. Samuel. Kelman Poto. Oh, Samuel just back to his right.
And it starts once again with Isaiah Liapa pushing the pace, deep in the paint, rotation. Slow on the rotation to Darnay Samuel, and he makes them pay.
Brantley finding some space, great defense. Vidanovic in the end, Brantley wins out.
And a high scoring affair here. Saints average close to 100 points a game.
Slipping through, Darnay Samuel. Adnam with the feed to Vidanovic, and he's going to head to the TAB. Taken down the arm. Foot was inside the arc, was it? We'll have a look at this one again. There's Vidanovic. No, that's well outside, so he's headed to the stripe for three.
And from this angle, it didn't look like a lot of contact. But not much of a fight there from Jaden Bazant, so maybe he did get him. But that's just that rotation. Quick rotations, dribble penetration, swing, swing, swing. It's hard to get back around.
Tom Vidanovic at the TAB. Join the TAB, deposit $10 and get a free $50 bonus bet. The official stats partner of the Sal's NBL, the TAB. T's and C's apply. R18, and please bet responsibly. Second one short. Comes the third. Tom Vidanovic, such a barometer for this team, isn't he?
Well, either way, if that ball is falling or not, one thing you are going to get from Tom Vidanovic, and he has proven this for years, is the effort is always going to be there. And sometimes effort is enough in playoff games to get it done. He just wants some dogs out there, and he's one of them.
Out by two. He's an alpha. No mistake about that. Davidson twisting back to his left, pulls up, great shot.
And tough. You need him to make tough buckets come playoff time. And the Bulls are doing a good job right now of scoring. The standard that we're seeing them, as we see Tom Bodanovich down in the paint with a chance for a three-point play. But we expect
game. He knows only too well that if the Saints number 15 gets going, it can spell trouble. He's not at his best at the moment from the TAB though.
Oh, good backdoor cut.
Davidson hesitated momentarily. 4-2 keeps it alive. Look out, Wilson Frame. He's short on the iron as well. Saints escape there. A couple of good looks for the Bulls. Here's Samuel. Oh, look at the spin. Bodied off it in the end. Picked it up. He'll head to the TAB.
And we talked about it early in this one as well. If the Saints can get to the free throw line and slow down this Bull squad, allow themselves to set up their own defense and then get back out and run, it's better than a big play.
That is better than a ballerina.
Oh, he's good. He is such a talent, Dane Samuel. An ANBL talent in my eyes. Still young, still 24 years old. But a talent inside, outside, gets to the free throw line. And when he wants to, boy, can he fly.
Twinkle toes. Puts the first one down. And the second gets it to roll. And just like that, the Saints are out by 4. Doesn't sound like much, but in the context of this game so far, the Saints fans just watching on nervously at the moment. 6:45 to play in this opening half. McGill slows it down. Gets the switch. Mucius goes under the screen, steps up now. McGill still ball in hand, juggling, looking, searching, gets the little floater. The runner on the way through, can't put it away. Mucius quickly back the other way, big block. Jared Wilson Frame.
And way to use that body, that strength. Met him with his chest, didn't allow him to get up. Mucius, one of, if not the most exciting and athletic players in the league. Meets him at the bottom. Clean as a whistle.
Oh, look at that camera work. Love that. Ball in. Smith Milner.
And contact. You talked about it earlier, though. On those baseline out of bounds, Saints do a good job. Wide open flow game. As we see Isaiah Liapa with the steal, and they push the pace once again.
Vidanovic will finish. Great setup, Liapa, Adnan, Vidanovic. They add another 2. They're out by 8. The Bulls have seen enough. Sokolovsky calls the timeout. What an excellent run here by the Wellingtonians, the 12-time champs.
And Isaiah Liapa getting it done on both ends. Came out busy in that first. There's 12 points already. But we know what he can do on the defensive end. There's a reason that, in my opinion, he will be in that Tall Black squad. And that's one of them right there.
Well, this is a team that can score. They put away 41 in the last quarter against the Tuatara last week. Sokolovsky, he's got some work to do. Let's listen in.
And Isaiah on the post has stopped bigger guys. We don't need to force that one. No problem. Gentlemen, we need a little bit of composure. And again, we are bleeding in transition. Transition. Half court. Ice is in a post-up. Mismatch, we need to fire. I don't need to fire Mucius. If we say Tommy V, Tohi, Dane, posting Ice, we need to fire because he's in foul trouble. Is that clear? We understand that? Yeah. Good.
Let's try outside and check point.
Let's go simple. Outside. Outside.
Let's go, let's go. Defense outside 3. Defense on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Defense. If we see, we're going to see zone.
Ella Fortu watching on, having a bit of a sing. Great to see her star of women's basketball in New Zealand. Both 3x3 and 5-on-5. Returning from a knee injury at the moment.
That family is some of the singlets that they must have at the house. It'll be better than most.
Great to see the Bulls fans here tonight as well. Their first final.
Wow.
Yep. There you
Oh,
go.
it would be too. Speaking about the World Cup, her brother is definitely going to be there. I can guarantee Isaac Potts is going to be there, and the way Dan's going, he's going to make it hard for them not to pick him as well.
He's had a huge season, hasn't he? Here's Davidson. Inside, outside, Brantley, 4-2, keeps it alive, or did he foul over the back? He did, he's called for that. Speak of the devil, Dan 4-2.
Oh, there he is.
Watching on. Of course, Tall Blacks go into camp next week. The Chief is in the house, Hero Cameron.
Also, congratulations to Aaron Young. He's in the building tonight. He's going to be playing tomorrow, but brand new assistant coach of the Tall Blacks.
Coach of the year. There's another 2 for the Saints, Smith Milner, and this is a very impressive run.
And their bigs are causing problems right now, doing a great job of sealing low, sealing deep, and the big-to-big passing is on the money.
Hurtado, of course, will play the winner of this game. 4-2. Oh, stepped around a couple. That's an excellent reply.
And that's just the growth of his game. Completely under control, took his time, got around the first, up fake around the second, easy bucket.
10 points for Dan, 4-2. Oh, Smith Milner is coming to life. Chance at a 3-point play.
And what the Saints are doing, and it's all starting with Isaiah Liafa, is if they switch, they're going straight down to Tohi Smith-Milner, back-to-back positions. If they don't, Isaiah Liafa is going to take time, get around, try to get through the nail. And if they go under, same thing he did in that first quarter, pop back and hit that 3.
Well, when they met for the first time this season, Tohi Smith-Milner had 20 points in that game, highest scorer for the Saints. Hit 6 triples, so we know he can shoot from outside. What I like about what he's doing so far tonight, he's getting in the paint.
He's doing a good job of it too. He's got that soft touch, and I think that's is something that the Saints have talked about. They've taken out the X's and O's, in my opinion. It's gone to the most basic of basketball they can do. Push the pace. If that's not there, get to that 45 on ball with Isaiah Liafa or Carl Adnam. If they switch, go to the post. If they don't, have a dance with the point guard.
Hope you're enjoying it. Sal's NBL Final 6. Night number 1. 2 semi-finals to come, and of course Sunday night's grand final. The Bulls need a response. Davidson gives them one.
And it's not like the Bulls aren't scoring right now. They've got 40 points, or 39, excuse me, with 4 minutes to go in the second. They just need to get stops down the other end. Giving up 47 is something that Coach Dan Stockberlowski is going to be talking about at halftime.
Well, they only give up 85 a game. Number 1 defensive team in the competition.
One of the positive things right now for the Saints, on top of everything else, is Carl Adnam hasn't really got going in terms of scoring, excuse me. He's got 5 assists and 5 points. But everyone else is just kind of doing their part at the moment.
Margin of 10. Adnam, a little bit overzealous on that occasion. It's been the quarter belonging to the Saints. Here's McGill on the drive. There's the foul. Not sure if Jared Wilson-Frame was helping or hindering them.
And no huge foul trouble right now. Dan Fotu's on 2, Bazant is on 2, Davidson on 2, and Brantley on 2. And on the Saints, no one's on more than 1.
And 2 quick fouls for Jaden Bazant as well. We haven't seen a lot of him tonight. Here's Harrison. Big Mitch stretching up. Wilson-Frame brings it out, wants to start it again. On the move now. A little bit of a hook there, not seen. Shot short. Elijah Thomas did his job. 4-2 now into the corner. Wilson-Frame. What a response.
For his 4th 3 of the game. And way to stay with it. I thought there was a lot of contact, on that last drive. No call. They get that O board. Corner pocket, refill it. Bang, make him pay. Chance at a 4-point play.
14 tonight for Jared Wilson-Frame. Game high scorer. Here he is at the TAB stripe. 63% from this spot this season. That one rolls out. Margin at 7. Liafa, 12 in the game. Pulls up, loves that shot.
And that's what we talked about. They didn't switch. They were in a drop. Gets to the free throw line, pulls up, makes them pay. Just simple basketball from the Saints right now.
He moves to 14 as well now. Off hands, loose ball. And maybe a foul on Marty Dougal-Meter here, just over the back of Harrison. It is. Hand in the back. Try to climb the step ladder here. Oh, geez, it was a soft hand as well.
Well, how physical this game has been. Didn't look like there was much in there. There's another man that's going to be at the World Cup. We found them all. They're all here tonight. Yanni Wetzel in the building.
Great to see him. Ball in. Davidson off the glass. Isaac Davidson's been in some form. His last 2 regular season games averaging 20 points.
And out to 8 already in this one. We gave credit to the Saints for their baseline out of bounds.
Liafa to add another triple. He's been the star for the Saints in this opening half. What a big game from Isaiah Liafa tonight. Davidson on the drive. Oh, Wilson Frame gave it up to Ryan Jones.
It's one of those turnovers that hurt you at this time of the year. Was going for the unselfish position, excuse me. But you see Isaiah Liafa make some space and go up to 17 in this one.
Well, a baby coming for Ryan Jones tomorrow. He almost had a molten basketball to take along with him. Turnover. Liafa, 17 points tonight. Out to Mucius for 3. Big foul underneath. That'll be against Tyrell Harrison. Locking horns with Elijah Thomas, who wanted to have a bit of a chat about it as well. Let's have a look at this again. You can see the holding underneath the basket there and the big right arm into the chest of Thomas.
That's a big body to throw around like that. But battle down there, managed to get inside position on Harrison. It's the right play. Extended the arm. To the arm, get yourself to the free throw line.
These are 2 big boys as well, Elijah Thomas and Tyrell Harrison. Thomas, second one, good to go. And that lead is at 11, handy margin. 2.5 to play in the opening half. Hard to believe the Bulls have given up 55, but it just shows you the power of this Saints team. Ricky McGill, though, with the response, he moves to 11.
And boy, he's been big. Couple threes. He talked about a 20%. That goes out the window right now. Everything that's happened up until this point, he's been great on the defensive end all year long. And the running for Defensive Player of the Year as well.
Second steal of the game for McGill. Back-to-back triples. Isaac Davidson comes up big. Saints want a timeout.
And just like that, it's a 5-point ball game. And we know what they can do and have done all year long when it comes to the defensive end. And we see it right there. Hits the 3, gets in the lane. And then the right play. Finds the trailing Davidson. Hits the 3. And just like that, they're back in this ball game.
Defensively, we've just had
so Troy McLean off those back-to-back threes, calls his team in for a chat, takes his haunches in front of them. Let's head down and have a listen in.
Patience when we get into the half, right? We don't have to kick ahead. Continue with that patience, all right? Remain poised, all right? Remain poised. Read the defenders, all right? Where's that? He takes it away. We get the flash, all right? We must take care of the ball. No live ball turnovers. That's what that leads to, all right? We must get the fuck back.
Come on, fellas.
Sprint.
Defense now.
Let's go.
They're not going to stop playing.
Well, we know it's all on the line. Apologies for the language. Of course, we are in their workspace, and the workspace is pretty hot at the moment. Speaking of hot, Sal's Hoopheads every Wednesday night on Sky Sport. Make sure you join us around the desk. And there's been some highlights so far tonight. We'll have all of that covered on the Sal's NBL Highlight Show Tuesday nights. And got a feeling the Rams and the Hawks might feature.
Oh, that's going to come up. And excited to see and hear over the next couple hours, and you're probably waking up in the morning about the review system and what happened.
Yeah.
And just to get their side of the story as well.
Huge controversy earlier tonight between the Rams and the Hawks. The Rams get home in overtime. The Hawks denied on the buzzer of regulation time. I'll tell you who's not being denied at the moment, Elijah Thomas.
That's a big body. They broke that press easy. They were on a 2-2-1. Isaiah Liafa over the top. Thomas down the middle, and that's over the top too.
Big basket, Tyrell Harrison. Doesn't have to leap too far off the floor to throw it down, does he? Liafa, Thomas to respond. Just copped a knock from Harrison on the way through. We spoke about the battle between the big men. Have a look at this. What a setup. Harrison getting up and putting it down.
And it starts early. McGill did a good job of setting up Isaiah Liafa, made him run into that screen. And then drew the big and found his big right on the rim. But did his work nice and early.
Look at that scoreboard, Brooke Rusco, 57-52.
And that's one thing I love. I want to see points. I know one man that does it is Coach Dan Sokolowski.
Thomas, back of the iron, misses a couple. They get it back. In fact, it ends up with Thomas through traffic, surrounded by black singlets. And the men in those black singlets come up with it.
And one thing the Bulls are going to have to tidy up. There's a couple times now, offensive rebounds off those free throws.
Oh,
but you don't need to tidy up the stroke that is working.
What an opening half from him, and from him, Isaiah Liafa.
He's out to 19 now. Wilson Frame, 17, 5 of 8 from deep.
Margin at 4, Wilson Frame. As Ricky McGill goes down, foul is going to be on Tom Vodanovic with the push. Bulls will hold possession. Tommy V, not too happy about it.
And I'm interested to see how the second half works out. Will the Saints be able to maintain this pace? Or will the Bulls style of play come into play? Will that defensive end that they have controlled all year be able to slow down this juggernaut that is working at the moment, the Saints squad?
Tuatara fans, if you haven't got your tickets to the Final Six yet, your team is in action tomorrow night, and they'll be taking on one of these two teams.
And they're in the building as well. All three coaches from the Tuatara.
McGill puts the first one down from the TAB stripe. Bulls with some confidence. Only Dan Fortu on the rebound here. And the confidence might extend to an extra shot.
And it's a niggly one, especially when there's no one there, there's no one fighting for it, but it is the right play. The right call, excuse me.
Troy McLean not too happy with that. An error there from the Saints will give this man, Ricky McGill, another look from the TAB. Does he convert? He sure does. And you can see the reaction there from McLean. They've turned it over, have they? What is going on there?
And these are the ones that can come back and bite you at the end of the year, end of the game.
Oh, what an error that is. Bad turnover there from the Saints.
And it starts with a second chance. They get their second chance free throw.
Well, if the Bulls get a score here, mark that down as a talking point. McGill, nice little hesitation. Doesn't get it to go in. Saints fans, breathe a little lighter. Adnam gets it back from Vodanovic. Last 30 seconds of the opening half. What a pass. Thomas missed what he should have put away. Gives the Bulls a chance. They've got numbers. Oh, Big Harrison gets up. And the second effort.
And you have to get back. You can't miss that layup. Hang your head and not fight back. Tyrell Harrison saw that. Pushed the pace, got down. Second chance opportunity, finishes on the rim, ties it up.
Tied up, as you said, both teams with their Sky City player timeout as well. Liafa miss. Harrison calls the Sky City player timeout. 0.7 of a second. The Bulls come together. They will get to advance the ball here, of course. Only the players involved on the court. They've got 30 seconds to have a chat. I think we might also see a review of the time here from the officials so they can get that right. The Sky City player timeout, of course. There's the QR code on the screen for the tickets to the big game. Community groups, school groups.
It's been incredible all year.
More than 10,000 tickets have already been given away with thanks to Sky City. 0.7 of a second on the clock. We're just going to check that under the review system. Here's the rebound from Harrison. Probably comes down to how quickly he called it. You can see Isaac Davidson calling it. He can't call it. He's not allowed.
Tyrell Harrison didn't actually call it. Oh, there he did. He did, excuse me. But I don't know if that's a little late.
Well, that's what
Davidson was on top of it, though.
Yep.
Heads up play from Davidson just to see it. He's right, though. Harrison's got a call there. And they rolled the dice there, especially the way with Isaiah Eliaf has been shooting this. 4 or 5 from deep. That was his first miss from 3, and they sat in a drops. Wide open 3. Worked in their favor. But a man who has 19 in the first, you don't want to give him too much space.
Saints led by as much as 11. Now at 59 apiece. We've had a little bit of more time added to the clock by the look of it. Is it 2 seconds?
So
let's find out.
Video review. Yep. Are we able to go to tenths of a second?
So it's,
we have 1.5 seconds.
got a feeling we're going to go to 1.5 here, Brooke.
Limitation here, Daniel. We've got a clock limitation.
So
we may not have
a little bit of time added
check this.
after the review.
Okay, in that case...
Hasn't the review system been a little bit controversial tonight?
It's one word for it.
Not in this game. Callum Welsh, one of our coin officials, just going to have a chat to Daniel Sokolovsky.
It's actually the best thing that could have worked out for this Bull squad too, because it allows them more time to set up their play. Normally it's 30 seconds. They've been given closer to 2 minutes on this one. Everyone's on the same page now. They know where they need to be. Who's cutting where and who's doing what.
So it's going to be a second.
Upon review, the clock has been corrected from 0.7 seconds up to 1 second. We've got a player timeout, so the ball advances to the front court. Franklin Ball.
Well explained by Callum Welsh. Second to play, the Bulls advance after the Sky City player timeout. Here we go. A late basket will give them the lead. McGill, Davidson, clean shot. Doesn't get it to go. Really good look. And we are tied up at the half. Daniel Sokolovsky, a lot happier now. They were down by 11 during that quarter. Welcome back to the Sal's NBL Final 6. Eliminator number 2, half-time. The Bulls and the Saints locked up. The Saints led by as much as 11. But the Bulls came storming home, didn't they?
Well, they closed that half out the way they needed to. It was an 11-point ball game there to the Saints, and they tied it up at 59. There's one thing that I know that Coach Dan is talking about in there, though, is defense, and then more defense.
Fans on the edge of their seat at the moment. How about Jared Wilson Frame? 17 points, 5 triples in the first half.
And the stroke looked good. And he said it at halftime, he has been shooting the ball well, shooting the ball with confidence. And every time he shoots the ball, it looks good. They're finding him, and he's doing the rest. Looks good off the wrist, looks good off the fingers. Shoot the ball with confidence. And one thing about basketball, half of it is confidence. If you believe that it's going down, half the time it will.
And for every blow Jared Wilson Frame delivered, Isaiah Liafa gave one back. 19 points in the opening half for him, 4 triples as well.
And doing what he needs to do. And what we've expected of Isaiah Liafa, there's a reason that he plays with the Breakers, there's a reason that he's a part of this Tall Black squad. And this is what we've expected since he came halfway through the season, and when it matters the most, he's showing up.
Let's have a look at the TAB stats at the half. Brooke Rusco, talk us through them.
Well, I think one thing that's not up there as well is that assist to turnover ratio has been big for the Franklin Bulls. 14 points right now, only 5 turnovers, protecting the ball. But they just need to get it done on that defensive end. The Saints are doing a good job right now, one and done opportunities. Dan Fotu has been big all year long of getting their team second, third, fourth chance opportunities. When he did, we saw Wilson Frame hit that three that actually was a 4-point play in the end. Foul trouble could come into play as well. Nothing more than 2 for this Franklin Bulls team at the moment, but 2 of the bigger players, Dan Fotu right now and Isaac Davidson, are both sitting on 2, and you don't want them to pick up an early one in this third.
Bulls with 3 players in double digits as well. 49 apiece, 59 apiece I should say, at the half. Too much of a conversation going on there?
Well, it's a long way from Otago as well.
Half-time here. It is all locked up. Go and grab yourself a hot drink. Second half not too far away tonight on Sky Sport. Welcome back to Trust Arena halftime. Eliminator number 2 at the NZNBL Final 6. Bulls and the Saints. Who will go on and who will depart? Oh, what's going on here? Yanni Wetzel and
I'll start a
Modi
rumour.
Mayor.
Saw her here first.
Bit of a chat.
Brand new signing, is it?
There's no paperwork there. Can you
Coming
see any
back
papers?
home.
Who's got the pen?
There's a lot of money that's going into his back pocket too.
They might know the camera's on him now as well.
Oh, there we go. Way to play it up, Modi.
Look out for the latest news tomorrow.
Well, Finn Delaney's coming back.
Yes.
Good friend of his.
Well, second half not too far away from a start here. Brooke, take us inside the Saints to start off with. What do they need to do?
I think they're fairly happy. 59 points against this squad, the pace that they have played at. 50% from deep, the shots that they're getting are good. They went inside and outside. Good reads. They went to really simple basketball. I think the Saints are fairly happy. They've struggled all year on the defensive end. They're not going to live and die on the defensive end. They're going to try and push the pace. They're going to try and outscore you. And up until right now, they've done a pretty good job. Their last 3 or 4 minutes, they gave up too much. They didn't go back to the bigs down low. That's a good job from the Bulls as well.
Well, level it up for me. What do the Bulls need to do?
They need to get stops. It's the exact same thing. Their bread and butter. What they do, as we see McGill get to the rim, is they need to get stops. They need to make it messy. They need to junk it up. They need to contest everything. They need them to get into those mid-range jumpers and contest those, and then one-and-done opportunities. That right there, even though we missed it, is not going to cut it.
Well, breakdown defensively for the Saints to start this quarter. That was way too easy for Ricky McGill. He's got 12 points tonight, and that gives the Bulls the lead by 2. They get possession back.
And look for them to run the same play, same first play. McGill just turned the corner on that last one.
What does he do here? 4-2 sets the screen. McGill again looking to turn the corner. Nowhere to go on this occasion. Goes back to work off the glass. 4-2 made a battle of it. Bogdanovic rebound. Here's Adnam quickly down the floor. Liafa step back, hands it back to Adnam. Oh, look away pass inside to Smith-Milner.
And that's just that pushing the pace. Adnam did a good job of getting deep into it, collapsing the defense once again. Defense is at 6s and 7s on that second rotation. Is the good back door there from Wilson Frame. Gets out to 19, but they just couldn't recover.
Kyle Adnam had a run of 5 games mid-season, Brooke, where he averaged 13.5 assists a game. Foul there on Jared Wilson Frame. That is amazing.
And that's what I think they had to adjust to. He was so dominant with the ball. As we see him get into the paint, good no look. Oh. But he was so dominant with the ball. Everything ran through him, and then obviously Isaiah Liafa came back into the picture. And they were just trying to adjust and find their space. No one is greedy, no one's out to get their own. They just have to find out how to work together.
Is there a travel there? No whistle. Adnam, hard to the hoop. Ties it back up.
And Saints might have got away with one. I think you are right.
Early stages, 3rd quarter. Brantley left alone.
And the surprising thing about the Franklin Bulls in that first half, they had 59 points, but on average over the season, they got up the 2nd least shots per game. And in the first, they put up 46 shots.
McGill slows it down. We know the Bulls love to grind. To the hoop. Ricky McGill, just that little hesitation in the middle there.
And it looks like he wants to have a dance with whoever's marking him at the moment. Good behind the back.
Liafa. Well, he made it look hard, but in the end, he's just equal to the task.
But once again, a shot that's up in under 6 seconds. You look at the Saints, most of their shots they're getting right now between that 16 and 18-second margin.
Dan Fortu had 10 early points tonight, still on 10. Haven't seen a lot of him through that 2nd quarter.
Well, I'll tell you who we have seen a lot of is Wilson Frame. He really stepped up, but you're right, he came out, had that early dunk, and then it was 4 possessions in a row that went straight back to the post. And nothing really's gone back his way. Does a good job of crashing the boards. He's got 3 already on the offensive end.
Here is 4-2, shot clock at 2 at 1. This may be late. In fact, didn't need to pass. He needed to shoot. Turnover Bulls.
And just saw the wide open man. And sometimes you get stuck in between two. You think you can get it to him just in time, but you're right. He's got to put that up.
Nuggets and the Rams, Saturday night. Semi-final number 2. All the action live on Sky Sport.
And for the first time, a little indirection here on the defensive end from this Bulls team. Looked like Brantley picked up the wrong player.
Adnan, that came off a foot. And that will be a Saints ball. Jamal Brantley, massive defensively this season for the Bulls. Seen signs of that again tonight. Smith-Milner, excellent in the first half. Draws the foul on 4-2.
And one thing I really enjoyed about Brantley this year, not just Brantley, the Bulls, they have really grown as a team and accepted their roles. As we see Smith-Milner get to the free throw line and pick up the foul on Fotu. We talked about it. Fotu or Davidson couldn't pick up a foul nice and early. And Dan Fotu has picked up his third.
Yep. He'll take a seat. Jaden Bazan comes in. Tyrell Harrison for Brantley. Coach Sokolovsky just having a chat to 4-2. And these players, we've talked about it a number of times this season, Brooke. This Bulls team, they really buy into what their coach has to say.
Does a good job of it too. Talking to him before the game, listening to his timeouts, watching the games. I'm a believer. I would too. From what I've heard, well studied, well read, extremely high work ethic, a player's coach. And you can see the results and the performances that they've put in this year.
There's a little bit of fire, a little bit of sting in that conversation between Sokolovsky and 4-2.
But I think it's good. It's an understanding between the two. There's a respect between the two, and the good pass. Adnan turned his head, Bazan, right place, right time, and Harrison put it on the money. But there's no disrespect between that conversation. It's a heated conversation. But I think it's the right one. It's Bazan gets in this one, and he picks up his third as well.
He's only just stepped back on the floor, Jaden Bazan. So he's got to look after some fouls as well. Here's that give and go. Bazan with the 2. And there's the foul. Liafa to head back to the TAB.
He's out to 21 points right now. And he's only getting to the free throw line for the second and third time in this ballgame. Connects on the first
down. What a big season he has coming up in the Australian NBL.
And I think the foundation that they set, Coach Modi has done something extremely special with that Breaker squad. And the crowd and the love that was built back into New Zealand this year with their Breaker squad and the push that they had. And with 7 minutes to go in the grand finals, I think all of us thought that they were going to bring it home once again.
Liafa converts 2, and he may add another 2. He does. The work from Adnan setting him up. He moves to 25 in the game. And importantly, the Saints lead by 3. Bazant with those 3 fouls stays out there. Davidson, Wilson Frame, big night tonight. Once, twice around Liafa. Did well to keep a hand defensively. Davidson on the left.
And tough finish, but good job from Harrison. Sealed the man. Ran off his back, finished high.
Dan Fortu about to come back into the game for the Bulls as well, carrying those 3 fouls. Adnan round the back. Smith-Milner can hit a triple, not on this occasion. Mucius gets it back. Had Adnan in the corner, goes it alone.
And same thing, back to the left, second chance opportunities at this time of the year. There's 3 things when it comes to the playoffs: second chance opportunities, turnovers, and getting to the free throw line.
McGill draws the foul on Isaiah Mucius. Having some sort of a game tonight, Ricky McGill. 14 points, 6 assists, a couple of steals as well. Draws another foul there. Look at the determination on his face. The Bulls playing their first ever Sal's NBL final. They did play a semi-final in the showdown back in 2020, but full season, this is what it counts for. This is it. And they're through to their first final tonight.
And one thing I think with, we've talked highly of Coach Dan already in this ball game, but if he goes back to the Franklin Bulls, he's going to attract other players. Some big signings, Some players will be off contract at the end of the year. Like we said, a player's coach, that's someone that you want to play for.
The Bulls will be hoping to sign that man we just saw, Daniel Sokolovsky. What an impression he's made in season 2023. McGill converts 2 from the TAB, brings it back to a point. Midway through the third, we've already had one overtime game tonight. The eliminators in the final 6. Vodanovic, catch and shoot. Front of the iron, here comes Wilson Frame. 4-2. Inside now, Harrison was in there a long time. Stripped away. Liafa down to Thomas, bounces into Harrison. Harrison wins the battle.
And we talked about a heated conversation that Dan Fortu was having with his coach before, but that's the respect that he has for him and the understanding. He trusts him. Dan Fortu is back out there right now.
McGill, look at a deep 2. Mucius now. The athletic Isaiah Mucius. Thomas, that's the second time Ryan Jones has had the molten pass to him tonight. He's a magnet.
he plays it well, though. He played that off cool.
Look at Ryan Jones's eyes as if to say, what are you doing?
He hit that ole. That was like a text from your ex. He let that one go.
Touche. Dom Kelman Portal back onto the floor. The hair stands out, the shoes stand out.
And big having him too, straight off the plane from Samoa. Been in the country for less than 3 hours.
Inside, outside, Dan Fortu gets the drop.
Big 3. You're right, was busy nice and early. 3 ball from the 45. Time, squared his shoulders, and got that friendly roll.
He just willed that one home, didn't he? To retake the lead. Who's going to get through this battle tonight? Liafa, McGill right there with him. Vodanovic, strong whistle. That is just Tom Vodanovic 101.
And sometimes you just got to put your head down. You want some OGs.
Speaking of royalty, look at Vagona. There's the foul. Had his number 14 retired for the Nelson Giants earlier this season.
And rightfully so.
Here's Vodanovic at the TAB. First one is good. He's had the yips a little bit from this spot tonight.
And from the season, but they're back at the free throw line. This is free throw number 20 for the Saints, but they haven't converted. 11 and 19 right now, 58%. Make that 12 or 20.
Saints are number 1 in the league for free throw attempts per game, 24 per game this season.
Yeah, and they're on target for that. Actually, to go past that, they just need to make sure that once they get there, they convert.
Tied up again. Davidson, the handles, good hand there, Mucius, but it falls to 4-2. Back to Davidson, pulls up short. He may get a third attempt, he will. Can't put it away. Now the Saints come back with a head of steam. Liafa, bodied off it, still gets to the basket, gets it to drop.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. 27, 10 of 13, 77% right now, 4 of 6 from deep. 3 of 3 from the free throw line to go along with 3 assists and 4 steals. Why not?
Here's the replay, there's the contact, and there's the finish. From Kelman Porto, not too happy with Elijah Thomas.
3 minutes to play here.
Ricky McGill, 16 points tonight. Here's Kelman Porto giving Harrison a rest at the moment, 4-2. Well, he's already hit 1, make that 2 this quarter from downtown, Dan Fortu.
And we talked about a confidence, it's a real thing when you play basketball. Hit that last 3, it hit every single corner of the rim. but he saw it go through, and that's all you need. Shot that second one with confidence. And that's another man who plays with confidence too, Dane Samuel.
Big smile on his face as he heads back down the floor. Davidson, can he land a big blow? No. Liafa picks it up. Look at him go. 27 tonight. Oh, that was too hard. Got too deep underneath, but Samuel fixes it all up. They're out by one. Kelman's Potts, contact. Oh, players down everywhere.
Bodies all around. Isaiah Liafa pushes the pace. There was 3 Saints players to pick up that O ball, and then the ball is pushed the other way. I thought DKP got away with the treble here, and he did. But McGill didn't give up on the play, and he gets to the free throw line.
Elijah Thomas just gave that blue padding a fair workout.
Oh, he let them know he's there. That passed the sturdy test, I'll tell you that much.
It is a big unit. Ricky McGill. Out of all of that, there was a whistle, by the way. Foul, and McGill is headed to the stripe.
And McGill's come out with a point to prove in this third. Does a good job of letting the game come to him. But he's done a good job of getting to the free throw line. Put his head down and got to the rim early in this one.
4 of 4. Make that 5 of 5 at the TAB tonight, Ricky McGill.
And they just haven't made it to the line. That's just the 7th time. This is going to be the 8th that they made it in the ball game. Once they're there, they're good. 6 of 7, 86%.
Seesawing quarter. Still another one to play after this.
Not tonight, though.
Another quarter?
I thought you meant another game.
No.
Being here to 4 a.m.
It's been long enough as it is. This crowd glued to their seats and staying with us. First one went a long time tonight. Thomas leaves it behind. Bulls get it back, and the Bulls fans find some voice. 2:02 left to play in the third. Tuatara waiting for the winner of this one tomorrow night. Join us. Andrew Mulligan, Casey Frank will take you through semi-final number 1. We already know Saturday night the Nuggets will play the Rams. Grand final berth awaits the winners of the 2 semi-finals. Sunday night action is going to be red hot. Here's Jared Wilson frame. Speaking of red hot, mark it down.
And I love just not a steady diet of the same thing. We know he has been lethal from deep tonight. Hit him with the up fake. Took his time, created the contact. Arm out. Finishes with the left and gets back to the line, up to 21 now.
Shooting 8 of 12. Jared Wilson frame. Started this season in different colours, of course. Canterbury Rams.
And he's made a really, really big impact with this Bull squad.
Imagine if the Rams and the Bulls got through to Sunday night. Jared Wilson frame. Firmly now a Franklin Bull. Contact, no whistle. Smith Milner, Vodanovic, oh, big arms flying through. I think Brantley got a touch on it, and now there's a foul against Dane Samuel. In fact, it'll be Kenneth Tuppen with the foul. The Saints come together just to try and settle things down. Tall Timber getting up here. Oh, maybe it was just a miss.
The way to not give up on the play. They got lucky on that turnover. Bazan wasn't ready for the ball. Kenneth Tuppen picks up the foul.
Inside the last 90 seconds of this third quarter. Been an arm wrestle, nothing in it. Wilson frame, foul, Smith Milner. Not sure that he's got too much to complain about there.
Both teams in the bonus now, so straight to the line.
Let's have a look at this again. Well, there's no doubt about that foul. Not sure why Torhi was complaining.
I used to complain.
Substitution for the Saints, sorry. That's what the hold-up is at the moment. I think Elijah Thomas just wanted to step onto the floor.
Back in there. I used to complain just so my coach thought that it might be impartial. That the refs made the wrong call and they leave me out there. I was really just trying to trick my coach half the time. Never worked, but that was the idea behind it.
And we've got a review here. So Well, at first, there was a bit of a hold up on the play, waiting for the sub to be called, but now we've got a review going on, and we're going to have a look at what this is for. Bulls by 2.
I think I overheard them saying they're just confirming who's going to be shooting the free throw.
Well, Wilson
Frame,
Frame
I would have thought.
clearly fouled there. I think that's a very, very quick review, by the way.
Oh, they should just ask us.
Upon review, the call on the floor stands. You have Jared Wilson Frame shooting 2 free throws. Wellington Saints are in the foul penalty.
Well, they could have just gone to you and I.
Ah, we're here. Do you think they ever get nervous just in case they don't know everyone's name? Oh, who was that? Who was that? No.
Jared Wilson Frame has had some sort of a night.
But the fouls are starting to mount up on the Saints squad. There's 3 now for Smith-Milner. Kenneth Tuffin on 2. Adnams on 2. Dane Samuels on 2 as well. And Davidson on 3. Bazant's on 3. Dan Fotu on 3 as well.
Don't write them off. It's an organisation that knows how to win, Brooke Rusco. You know that better than anyone else. 12-time champs. Last quarter last week, they scored 41 to take down the top team. Kyle Adnam right on cue adds a couple.
And I just don't know how long you can stay in the drops with Kyle Adnam and Isaiah Liapa. They're doing a good job of finding space and then just going into that wide open mid-range.
Oh, Kenneth Tuffin nearly got that back then. 4-2 came over to help Wilson Frame with Bazant now. We know that he can score. He goes inside to Harrison, surrounded by 3, gets the shot up and puts it down. That's just pure strength.
And 1-2. And they did well to maintain the ball and maintain possession. I thought they were going to turn that one over a little bit earlier. And then just the big body. And he's been missed. 5 games, he's just got into the playoffs. But 11 points and 6 boards and made it tough down the other end the majority of the time.
I'll tell you what, before Tyrell Harrison stepped to the line here, Daniel Sokolovsky demanded him to turn and look at him. Eye contact between the two was so steely. And I think it was just all about confidence, just saying, well done, this is you, this is what you're about.
And what they've needed. And big tonight, especially without Matt Freeman out there with their broken rib. It's a little bit bigger.
They're going to get it back here, the Bulls. That's going to be a foul on Kyle Adnam. Big moment for the Bulls in this game, up by 5. They get it back off a Saints baseline for the 2nd time tonight. Oh, well, I'm not sure why that would be on Kyle Adnam. What's your view of that, Brooke Rusco?
Not much in that, especially the way the game has been played and officialed up until this point. If that's a foul, everyone's a foul.
Well, the Bulls are going to get it, so it's a foul. That's what's being called on the floor against Kyle Adnam. And now the Bulls with a chance late in the 3rd to extend this lead. How big is this play right now? Harrison doesn't get it to go. They may get it back, they do. Wilson Frame, plenty of time. Samuel in front of him goes over the top. Oh dear.
Big. And I thought they missed their 2-for-1 opportunity. Hits the 3 from the car park and makes this one an 8-point ball game.
Just like that. Big run for the Bulls. They are charging late in the 3rd. Adnam, contact, no, loose ball. Foot on the floor, Brantley.
And Adnam screaming for a high on ball there. Elijah Thomas sitting in the corner. As we see Wilson Frame hit his 6th 3 of the ball game.
Look at that. You can't tell me that this doesn't mean everything. Right now, Thomas, no, buzzer coming. That's it. 3-quarter time. What a quarter. And the Bulls, 1st final. They are charging. Technical foul called on the floor. We'll talk about that on the other side of the break. 1 quarter to play. Don't go away.
we've got a bit of a prize over here. Someone's going to take over their gear supply of sales, pizza, and some point in this fight.
Let's go. Dan will receive the screen from Jared. You'll lead. Get a breath. You'll set it. And you'll pin down for Jared. And you'll steal in the middle of the field. Ready.
Well, the Bulls are out of the gate late in the third. They lead by 8, and a technical foul on the buzzer against Darnay Samuel will see the Bulls with a chance to extend this lead to start the last term tonight. The team in black, they're out by 8. What a definitive run late in the third quarter. Very, very telling tonight. Can they make it through to the semi-finals? Can the Saints get themselves back into this one? Let's go down to Coach Daniel Sokolovsky. And Coach, you must have been really delighted with the last 2 minutes of that quarter.
This is a young group, and sometimes to achieve the things that we're trying to achieve this year, you need multiple seasons. This group has taken a lot of lumps over the course of the year, and we've done a really focused job of getting clear feedback after every game so that we can grow quicker instead of multiple seasons within one season. They're showing a lot of maturity in adverse circumstances.
Coach, I know you won't be happy with giving up 82 in 3 quarters, but you must be stoked with 91 points of your own.
We played a half of their basketball, which was not the game plan, and it's continued with way too many points.
Appreciate your time, Coach. We'll let you get back to business. You've got a big last quarter coming up. Thank you very much. Always wonderful to talk to you. There's a foul against Dan Fortu. That'll be his 4th. So all of a sudden, Coach Dan Sokolovsky has a few headaches.
And he's spot on. Where this team is, a young team. They don't have much experience when it comes to playoff basketball. Haven't played together as a team. Brand new head coach. And does normally take 2-3 seasons to get to this point. You have to have calluses. They don't have calluses, but they're doing the right things and they're getting it done. But they did play a brand of basketball that's not theirs and somehow still have 91 points with just over 3 quarters gone in this ball game.
You know what I love about Coach Sokolovsky? When I asked him that question at the start, must have been happy with the last 2 minutes of the third quarter. He stopped, took a deep breath, thought, and then thought again, and then answered.
I'm very high on him as a coach, and I hope he stays around. I know straight after this, he's been in New Zealand for a year. I was talking to him just before the game. His old man's turning 70. So he's got to get back to Florida, go see the family, but hopefully he is stuck here in New Zealand for a long, long time.
So Dan Fortu, by the way, 3rd foul. So we'll just correct that. Saints possession. Bulls fans can go without a lump in their throat at the moment. Adnan with a miss. Fortu, that's why he's staying on the floor. Just his 3rd.
And Adnan forced the issue deep in the paint. Good job that time of Bazant, not picking up his 4th. Met him with his chest. And contested high.
And the Bulls will be well aware of what the Saints did in that last quarter onslaught against the Tuatara last week. Davidson, that is a telling basket to start this last quarter.
And that's a money pass. It's in the eyes. Rotation was late. Isaiah Liapa stayed down. Tom Vodonovic came to. Isaiah Liapa needs to get out quicker. Davidson makes them pay. Good pass from Wilson Frame.
Oh, look, we've got a long way to go. Margin is at 10. Don't get the hammer and nails out just yet. But if you're a Bulls fan, you'd be pretty happy with where you're at right now. Adnan turns the corner, hands it off. Musius, great block. Bazant, and a second one. No, called for the foul. That's his 4th.
Big foul. Did a great job of contesting first block with the left on Musius. Got it low. Timing's everything. Clean. Adnan, right place, right time, creates the contact. That's a foul. Gets to the free throw line.
Just got him across the head, didn't he? Adnan heads to the TAB for the first time tonight. 9 points in the game for him, 7 assists. It's the first one away. Second one, good to go. The Saints need their Aussie point guard to have a big last quarter here tonight. Bazant up the floor, got the gap, through the foul.
That's big too, that's his fourth. They need him on the floor. Carl Adnam picks up 4. Dane Samuel is on 4 right now. Saints are looking good when it comes to foul trouble. And quickly they've turned that one around. The Bulls got aggressive. Toy Smith-Milner's sitting on 3 as well.
Now we've got another technical here.
That's on Adnam.
Adnam's picked up the technical now. So we've seen this from the Saints a number of times this season where things have just imploded at the wrong time. Technical fouls have been given. Samuel with 1 at the end of the third, and there you go. You can see for yourself on the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay exactly what happened. And the Saints just need to calm it here. This is the sort of stuff that can hurt their chances here in the last quarter.
And I normally hate when this happens. It comes to a quality player and he's out of the game on a technical foul. Not sure what was said, but it looked like it was the 3rd thumbs up. The tick foul, excuse me, tick foul's on the bench, so Adnam is still in this ball game.
There you go, because it would have been his 5th. So clearly on the vision, it looked like it was Adnam, but it's gone beyond that, and it is a bench. So Kyle Adnam is still in the game. That would have been his 5th.
Not a player.
Correct.
Cool?
Correct. Yep.
So we're just going to find out the exact call. It is on the bench. So the coin officials coming together, having a discussion, and we can confirm it is a bench technical foul.
And huge for the Saints because it allows that man to come back into the ball game. Right call, getting him off right now. And now it just comes to the question of how much do you trust your guy? It's a player who's played over 300 games in the ANBL. He is your point guard, he is your leader. So how long do you lead him off for? Do you get him back with 4 minutes to go? Do you roll the dice and get him back with 6 minutes to go?
I'm getting him out there as quickly as you possibly can. Can I just add to the conversation, with that conversion from the line, Jared Wilson-Frame, 29 points. What a night he's had. 4-2. Came down heavy on that right ankle. Turn around, little look, was a good one.
And just solid plays right now. Just getting it done. They've done this all year long. Grinding when it matters most. Nothing flash. Go to your man down low, get that easy bucket.
Samuel. Hasn't seemed that long ago I was talking about the Saints up by 11. Right now, the Bulls are out by the same margin, make it 13. Timeout, Saints. They need to have a chat. Season is on the line right now. With just under 8 minutes to play in this game, the Bulls are coming.
And that's what this man can do. Stop on a dime. Step back to yesterday, find some space. Knock it down and make this one a 13-point ball game. And he can play with the ball, he can dance with it. You give him that much space, he gets out to 18 points. Isaac Davidson to go alongside 4 rebounds in this ball game.
Hey.
And they've filled it up on the scoreboard. 18th for Dan
We've got to
Fontu.
go all in now. All right, all in. Focus on every possession, clean it up, and let's get on the racetrack. All right? We can continue to switch. We can continue to switch if that's you. All right, we push him out. All right, make sure we find bodies, box out on the road. All right, move the ball a little bit more. All right, really work to get through on that second side. Try and turn the corner. They are switching this. They are switching this. So try and get a little bit to the middle here, Tohi. All right, here we go. Here we go. Stop.
So Troy McLean trying to get his team up. Oh, open that box. Have a look at that.
Where's that?
Sal's super special. The Sal's NBL Steel Combo, just $25. That is a bargain. The code is playoffs. Oh, it's going to be a late night pizza for me on the way home.
I'm swinging by the corporate box on the way home.
Have a look at that. Have a look at this man. Up and about right now. His team out by 13. Will it be the Bulls facing the Tuatara tomorrow night in semi-final number 1? The Battle of the North, none bigger than a showdown for a place in this year's grand final. Right now, that's the way it's looking.
And it didn't muck around for long. Adnam's back in this ball game already with 4 fouls. Saints need to get back to what was working for them before.
Oh, Ricky McGill.
It's the 3. But make or miss, the Saints were running. They've slowed this one down. They're going deeper into positions than they had.
Well, we know the Saints give up more points than any other team in the NZNBL. I'm not sure when the Bulls last went over 100. Adnam answers.
They needed that.
Hasn't happened too many times, has it?
It might be one of the first. Not off the top of memory, and we talked about it. They don't shoot much. As you see Coach Aaron Young and his team around him.
Well, they'll be starting to take a lot of notes on the Bulls right now.
It's going to be a long night for them. It's a hell of a luxury to have the MVP, an All-Star 5 point guard with Jared Weeks on the squad, and then the Tall Blacks captain and Cam Glidden on the squad as well. And then, excuse me, Charlie Dalton in there too.
Yes.
Most improved player.
And haven't they had a couple of big battles this season, the Bulls and the Tuatara? Bulls with 5 players in double-digit scoring tonight, including this man, Ricky McGill. Drops it in, 4-2, had it knocked away by Smith-Milner.
And they have strength in numbers. Dan Fotu is on 18, Harrison 12, Davidson 18. And McGill quietly on 12 shots, 21 points. We talked about Wilson Frame. Well, geez, we've been talking about him, but he's got 29 on 9 of 13 shooting right now. It's incredible.
6 assists and 3 steals as well for McGill tonight. Vodanovic thought he knocked that one away, but he wins possession back.
And those are the type of possessions that can get you into ball games. You get a stop, you come back down. Good timeout right there.
I like this.
From the Bull squad.
Really like it. Daniel Sokolovsky calling the timeout just to settle things down. Still a long way to go. They hold the lead. This will all be about stick to the process. Let's have a listen in to Dan Sokolovsky.
Possession game. You need rock solid communication on defense and to execute actions on offense. You're not sure, take the 5 seconds. No live ball turnover. Be rock solid. Does everybody understand me? Composure. That's what gets us through. Are you back? Get jaded. Hey, Mike. What we need to do right now is come out and get a stop.
We just got our first kill with a game, by the way. Let's get another.
How many fouls do we have to use? What? We're going X and stay home. Fight around. Everybody has fouls to use. You have 1. You do it on the catch. On the catch. If we're not in foul trouble, we'll go 11-0.
Together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Together.
Well, that's exactly what we were just saying. Just stick to the process. Stick to what we do. Compose yourself. 1 play at a time. Do what we do defensively. Do what we do offensively.
That's the right timeout. He nailed that timeout. Be rock solid. Composure. You gotta be rock solid like these house prices here in Auckland. They ain't changing. That's what they need to do right now too.
You're still looking for a house with the money you make. Here's Liapa for 3. Big answer from the Saints.
Well, you can say all the right things, but if you have a man like that that can fill it up with 30 points out of 11 to 15, there's only so much you can do.
Certainly done everything he can tonight. In the 12-time champs get themselves out of this. McGill, look at him move the ball. Davidson, Wilson, Frame, a rare miss from him. Maybe that's the sign for the Saints. Another basket here would start to make things very interesting. Smith-Milner doesn't get it to drop. And the Bulls settle it down just as Coach Dan Sokolovsky demanded. Time is on their side. They don't want to waste it all at the moment, though. They've got to keep playing the same way they have been.
Well, I don't like the way the Saints just pushed the last ball as well. Slowed it down compared to the pace that they played in that first half.
If they score here with 2 on the shot clock, Well, that is as good as it gets for the Franklin Bulls.
Way to run the shot clock down, extra position, find the wide open shooter, and bam, bam, make him pay.
Brantley with the triple. Liafa, heavy contact, getting up. Vodanovic, one look, two looks. He'll go a third time. No, he won't, because this man just picked up his 4th steal of the night, ladies and gentlemen.
And Brantley on both ends hits the 3. And second chance opportunities go away for the Saints squad, because Brantley won't give up on the play.
Wilson frame, can he add another 2? No, he can't. Oh, big elbow, Torrey Smith-Milner. That's going back to the Bulls. 4th foul for Smith-Milner. Let's have a look at the replay. Tells the story, doesn't it?
It just didn't need to do it. The idea is right, just to take him out of it, but you extend that elbow. That's an easy call.
And we do have the luxury of seeing it slowed down. Wilson frame certainly made it look like.
I heard there's some spots in Hollywood right now. He might pick up one.
But importantly, the Bulls get it back with 4:47 to play. Been really impressed with how they finished the 3rd and what they've done so far in this 4th.
When you think about it, when it all started, it came from that second chance opportunity that they had off the free throw. As we see Harrison pick up the foul.
Oh, Elijah Thomas. Not sure you can put 2 hands into the chest of an opponent like that. Just a bit of a brain fade there. Let's have a look at it. There's the foul. And the aftermath. Harrison and Thomas. Well, the coin officials are going to have a chat about this one. What do you think the outcome's going to be?
Well, Coach Dan Sokolowski came over here and said, please don't let this be a double foul. I cannot see any way that is going to be a double foul.
Well, Tyrell Harrison.
C2.
Yes?
Perfect. We're not going to go to review. Okay.
I'll give those fouls.
Correct. So we've got 2 no lineup, and then black 24 gets 2, and black get position.
Yes, great.
Okay, so all 4 free throws are to Harrison. Yep.
Let's hear the call here.
So no lineup, Duran.
So the first foul is on Elijah Thomas, as we saw. That's what the whistle was for, and it looks like an unsportsmanlike foul on the back of that.
And possession is going back to the Bulls as well.
So will we see Harrison at the line here 4 times?
Yeah. Has to roll them out.
This is the first.
But the big one is that his possession is going back to the Bulls. And like I was saying earlier, it all started, if you go back to the 3rd quarter, late in the 3rd. Free throw violation against the Saints. McGill gets another chance, hits the free throw, then an unforced turnover. And then the Bulls hit a 3. And it just snowballed effect from there. And then before you know, it's a 14-point game with 4 to go.
Well, not often you see a player get 4 shots in a row at the TAB. Bring your caravan. Set the campfire up. Tyrell Harrison. The picnic blanket at the line is out. 1 of 3 at the moment.
And how good has he been tonight? It's been a long time since we saw him last. 13 points right now, 6 rebounds.
Well, as I said, he'd only played 22 minutes since April the 15th.
And he's played a huge role here tonight. He's made it tough for Thomas. Thomas has finished through contact, but he's only got 7 points on 9 shots. But he's also got 5 turnovers as well.
And they get possession out of all of that. So 15 points the lead now to the Bulls. Have they done enough? McGill switches it right to left. It ends up with Wilson frame. What a pass back to Brantley. Timeout, Saints. It's more than a danger sign now. It's more than a big red flashing light. The 2023 season for the Saints is almost done and dusted.
And that's just good basketball. Hook pass to the corner. Dribble penetration. Back to your shooter in the corner who has been huge in the fourth. Brantley hits it, and they're having fun.
What's Tuhi?
What can Miles Pierce and Troy McLean come up with?
Here, we need to push the tempo.
Let's find out.
Four, all right? You're at the 4. Push the tempo, all right? Push it up the floor. Make sure we're matched up. Pick up full court, all right? Pick up full court. Pick up full court. Good? All right, here. Let's look at... Continue with shakes. Continue with shakes. Put you in the pick and roll. If it goes to the second side, all right, reject and come immediately back to middle. All right? Here we go. Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
Understandably, Brooke, the Bulls fans are very, very happy. And I've got a feeling they are going to come out in massive numbers tomorrow night. They win tomorrow night. If they can take down the top of the table Tuatara tomorrow night, if they get past this one, they're headed to the grand final, baby.
It's the way that they've played tonight as well. If you told me before this game that they'd have 110 with 4.5 to go, I'd say you're crazy. But they came out here, they went blow for blow with the Saints, they pushed the pace, and then managed to maintain in the second, and then turn the clamps on the defensive end.
Adnam. Bogdanovic, oh, Wilson Frame has had himself a night.
31 for Wilson Frame on 16 shots. Forces the turnover, and another turnover, McGill.
What's that, still number 5?
Oh, he's having a slow night.
Bogdanovic gets one back. Got to score quickly, the Saints. Through traffic, foul. 3-point play coming up for the Saints. Jared Wilson Frame. Game of the season from him.
And just looks so under control. He's played with confidence all night. And it's turning into scoreboard pressure right now. Saints have to force the issue.
Previous highest score for the Bulls this season, 102 against the Sharks. They now sit on 1-1-0. And
the Saints
lead by 17.
Saints have struggled all year long on the defensive end, but to give up 112, 3 to go, it's going to make it tough.
Davidson. Brantley got it back from Musius. Inside 4-2, took the bump. Lovely finger roll basket.
And he is out to 20 now as well. 20 for 4-2. 31 for Wilson Frame. The 3-ball.
It'll count. It'll count. There's a foul under the basket. That'll count though. Tamani Dougal-Meter. Mark that down. Look at Dan 4-2. His season has just got better and better and better. Foul against Brantley underneath. And that'll send Tom Bogdanovic to the stripe. Hits these two. Back to 14. Still enough time. We've seen it done before. First one's good. Troy McLean clapping his charges on. Saw the Airs come from 7 down with 62 seconds to play against the Sharks.
Still time, and the way that the Saints can fill it up, the 3-ball that they have in the arsenal, they have time, but it all starts on this end. They need to get stops.
Well, they need to keep it out of the hands of Jared Wilson Frame as well. Ricky McGill, just as dangerous, 21 tonight. Draws contact, no whistle. Second time the foul is called. I think Liafa was pretty lucky there.
A lot of contact on that first one. Didn't give up on the play. Got him on the arm.
Yeah, coming down across the arm as well. This will send Ricky McGill back to the coloured stripe. We've been talking a lot about Wilson Frame, but how about this guy?
Well, he's been huge in the second half. He had a point to prove. He just did a good job of keeping his player on his hip, getting to the rim. And when they dropped, or when they blitzed, he got it out quick. And trusting his players and his team to make the right plays. But he was aggressive all second half, and it made a huge difference.
22 points, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals, and he's probably had another one on top of that. Look at that pass, quarterback stuff from Tommy Vodanovic to Kyle Adnan.
And perfect for the Saints squad. Gave up no time on that. The Bulls can't give up those easy ones.
McGill looking for the foul. The Saints get it back.
And a good job on that defensive position to not give up too much time, as we see another timeout here from the Bulls.
Dan Sokolovsky just breaking up any sort of momentum here again. There's the turnover. McGill was hoping for a whistle. Well, we heard what Dan Sokolovsky had to say a few minutes ago, just keeping things calm. I've got a feeling it'll be the same right now. Let's find out.
We can't get organized. We're so much better than that. We're so much better than that. It is a possession game. So, transition defense, leak outs, and defensive rebounding decide the game now. If you're strong with the ball, there's not enough possession. Is that clear?
Hey, if you just want to go to this side, like...
Pelican to L down. You go away from the side of Isaiah. Pelican to L down. He's blowing up everything. Strong with the ball. There's no cover you haven't seen. 11x, no offensive rebound. You want to go to the semis or not? Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Finish on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Finish.
Vicar Vicona. He would have been happy with what he saw from plenty of stars in the Cells at NBL tonight. Dan Fortu. What a game he's played. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists.
And they've shot the ball at 58% on this ball game and 54% from deep. And they've converted from the free throw line to 85%. Clinical performance right now from this Bull squad.
As you heard from Coach Sokolovsky, looking to use some time. Oh, a bit of a bump there. Vodanovic and Fortu. Which way is this going to go? It's going to go on Tom Vodanovic. It is maybe a little bit unlucky. It was a good contest. There's the strip. And look at this. Pure determination and probably smart in the end from Dan Fortu just to step across in front of him.
Very smart. And the other thing that does is it gets them straight down to this free throw line where they have been dominant. They struggled to get to the line on that first. But the second half, they've done a good job both quarters getting into the bonus. And once they get there, they have converted. Saints, 9-19, 47% from the line. The Bulls, 17-20. Excuse me, the Saints 17-25. But the Bulls 17-20. Make that 17-21.
Well, we know Tuatara coach Aaron Young is up in the stands tonight with his coaching staff watching on. What are some of the thoughts he'll take away about this Bulls team ahead of what looks like it'll be a showdown between the two teams tomorrow night?
Well, they look like a scary squad tonight. They're filling it up. You know what they can do on the defensive end. They won't be happy with their defensive performance tonight, but if they can mix this offensive performance with the defensive performance that they've had the majority of the season, they're going to be a tough squad. The thing they have going for them tonight, though, it's been a tough battle. It's been a track meet. This Bull squad, they got out and they ran with the Saints. So legs, fatigue could be a factor tomorrow. That's the luxury that you have when you come number one.
The laptops are out. Busy working away. Coach of the year, by the way, Aaron Young, congratulations. What a season he's had, and he's about to head to the Aussie NBL as well as assistant coach of the Perth Wildcats. We wish him well. In fact, he's about to head to the World Cup. assistant coach of the Tall Blacks.
I was having a yarn to him before the game, and I said, "You're about to coach against Team USA," and it's like, his mind has been so busy as of late, he didn't realize he was about to coach against some of the greats.
24 points for this man tonight. Rare miss from him, but look who gets it back. Oh, it's one of those nights.
And a big ball game from McGill. 24 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. As Dan Fortu picks up the offensive.
Called for the hook. And that's his 4th. So still in the ball game, but you have a look on the sidelines at the moment. There's plenty of substitutions coming up for the Bulls in just a second. Oh, it was a small hook, wasn't it? That's what he was called for. And maybe with these subs, the Bulls are indicating that they think it's done.
And I'm surprised Wilson Frame's still out of this ball game, even though he's dancing right now.
Well, everything would have to go right for the Saints from here, and just like that, it goes wrong. Wilson Frame into the feet of McKenzie. Oh, Harrison just landed in his hands. Adds another 2.
And Coach Dan just yelled at Jared Wilson Frame, be smart.
Oh, it is done now, there's no doubt. Liafa. Harrison adds a rebound, number 7 for him tonight. And Jared Wilson Frame just needs to stay out of the action right now. He'll take a shot, in fact he's fouled. Adnam, that'll be his 5th. He's had a massive season, Kyle Adnam. Let's not forget that. One of the very best in the competition. There's the foul across the arm. And he's headed to Europe now.
He's a quality player. Good point guard. Plays the game at his pace. They've seen every situation. Hard done by not to be back in the NBL.
Well, you know that if Jared Wilson Frame hits this, he'll be out of the game. Night done. And what a night it's been. 33 points.
I was about to say, if he misses this, he misses on purpose. Because he can't be in that type of rhythm. 33 points. MVP performance tonight. Got busy early. Got it done from deep. They closed that off. Used that dribble penetration, got to the rim, got to the free throw line.
Timeout, Saints. It all looks a little rudimentary. 20-point margin with 90 seconds to play. This Bulls team has turned up tonight, and they have turned the heat up. Semi-finals await us in the Sal's NBL. The Bulls are going to go through. What a huge matchup tomorrow night against the Tuatara, live from 7 p.m. right here on Sky Sport. And then, of course, Saturday night, Nuggets and the Rams. We're going to end up with a northern team against a southern team in Sunday night's grand final. Bring it on.
One way or another, and last year, the grand final. And Tuatara squad against the Nuggets. Who knows? Who knows? We could see another rematch in the same city, different building. Different squads, too. Ruben Tarangi is back in the squad for the Tuatara.
Yeah.
Ty Webster is down with the Nuggets this year.
Will Ja'Cory McLaughlin play?
Oh, don't start that rumor.
Come on, put it out there.
Shout out to Big Sammy Timmins as well. Signed a 1-year contract over with the Sydney Kings.
He did, you're right. Some of the Kahu in the audience tonight. Penina Davidson, we saw her in action back on home soil last night. The Kahu getting up over the Pauakai in the Toki.
Pull it up too.
They've got a game coming up on Sunday right here before the grand final. The Kahu taking on the Queens. Rematch of last year's inaugural grand final. Back underway, 90 seconds to play. Liafa draws the foul. And let's not forget the work of Isaiah Liafa, particularly in the first half tonight.
Well, he did his best. Pushed the pace, found space from deep, connected from deep, 5 of 7. He's got 30 points on 16 shots, got to the free throw line as well. He's got out to 30. Kyle Adnam had 16. Bodanovich had 16. Smith Milner had 11. And normally when you have 103 points, you're going to be safe. But you give up 122. There's not many ball games that you're going to win in a 40-minute ball game.
Can I give you a little test up before we head out of Trust Arena tonight?
Never been good at tests, but off you go.
Tuatara and the Bulls tomorrow night, semi-final number 1. Nuggets and the Rams, semi-final number 2 Saturday night. Who are the two teams we're going to see on Sunday? Have a think about that for 60 seconds.
Oh. I'm going to say Tuatara and Nuggets.
Oh, well, don't take the 60 seconds.
I got you.
Christian
They get the night off. They've been solid all year long.
Yeah.
The Nuggets have won it before. They won it last year, so they're trying to go back to back. But the night off is huge. If I was a betting man, it's hard to bet against Coach Dan right now in the way he's put the squad together. If I was a betting man, I'd go 1 and 2.
Didn't happen last season. Will it happen this season? Dom Kelman-Poto adds a late basket. Of course, the two top seeds in the semi-finals last season, the Airs and the Giants, both bowed out. Liafa doesn't get the drop, and that'll just about do us tonight.
Oh, no, they'll do it.
The young Bulls on the floor at the moment, getting their opportunity to play finals basketball in the NZNBL. Been a huge night for the team out of Pukekohe, and they aren't done with yet.
Oh, they did the dishes.
They move on. Coach Dan Sokolovsky, I think there was a little bit of a grin there. A rare smile. The fans are happy. And a big, big crowd on the way tomorrow night for the Tuatara and the Bulls. A battle of the North at the final 6. Grab your tickets now, 7 p.m. action tomorrow night. Nuggets and Rams play Saturday night, and look at that. After so many lead changes through this game, the Bulls have charged home in this second half, and they take down the 12-time champs. Biggest score of the season for the Bulls, 124. Saints, 104. And some early dancing. Let's get inside the Bull ring right now. Happy team, but the job's not done yet. Gotta love it, don't you? Congratulations tonight to the Franklin Bulls. Earlier in the evening, of course, what a thriller that was, filled with controversy that no doubt we're going to hear more about over the next 24 hours. The Rams taking down the Hawks by 8 points in overtime as the Saints leave the court, and the Bulls fans wait to greet their team. Stars tonight, Jared Wilson-Frame, 33 points, 10 of 16 shooting, 6 triples. Ricky McGill, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 steals. 18 points for Isaac Davidson, 21 for Dan Fortu to go with 6 rebounds and 5 assists. And Tyrell Harrison had 16 points as well. Lots of appreciation for this team, the Franklin Bulls, as they move on to a semi-final dance tomorrow night. Dan Fortu started well and finished just as well tonight. 21 points for him, 6 rebounds. Here he is with Brooke Rusco.
We get a 2-for-1 special right now, boys. You have to be happy with that. Now, I know you scored 124, and I'm going to start on a negative, but you guys have been on the defensive end all year long, and you gave up 104 points tonight. We'll start on the defensive end. Where did it go wrong tonight, and then we'll get into the positives?
I think we weren't getting back in transition and loading up. They were really getting to the basket in transition, especially Liafa, and that was hurting us. And they started making shots as well, so that's on us. We don't like the fact that we gave it that many points, trust me.
Well, one positive thing, and I'm gonna let you answer this one about your man. 31 points tonight, and he got busy from deep. And then he got into the paint and got to the free throw line. How good was it to have him back out there tonight?
it's always good to have him back. A positive we did was we went into the huddle, we knew what we needed to do, and we came out and executed, and that's on Dan. So, yeah.
You guys must be excited for tomorrow night. Obviously, it's a quick turnaround, but how do you gear up and get ready for the Tuatara?
Oh, I mean, this is the same thing we had in the regular season. It was a back-to-back game. We came, and they kicked our butt. So we're ready for this one. We're going to make sure we do everything we can to get recovered and get ready for tomorrow.
That was a team performance tonight as well. You had three guys over 20 points. Ricky McGill turned it on in that second half as well. But from the bench and people like DKB coming back from Samoa to play in this one, what's it like in the squad right now?
I mean, that's a big credit to Coach Dan. The culture that he set the tone from the jump. And when I came in the middle of the season, you could tell it was already there. And these guys brought me in, and now we're all a part of it. It's the sprinkling level, as we like to say. So,
Dan and yourself as well, this season has been huge for you. You've done a great job of second chance opportunities. You've been busy left, right, and center. How much fun are you having out there?
Oh, man, these boys make it fun every day, man. It's all I can ask for. Made some best friends along the way. JB, and yeah, it's just fun all around.
Boys, congratulations. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Well, they definitely look like a team having a good time, and they had a good time tonight, getting home over the Saints by 20. Dan Fortu came out firing. His first quarter really set the scene for the Bulls this evening. Inside, outside, battling away, finishing strong at the basket. And he got the crowd up and going, and his teammates as well. He finishes with 21. Let's have a look at the TAB stats. 58% shooting from the Bulls tonight. 15 of 28 from beyond the arc. Got to the stripe 26 times at 81%. Won the rebounds, won the assists, and some blocks as well for good measure. Leaders tonight, well, Jared Wilson-Frame. He was just a delight to watch. 33 points. Bulls 124, Saints 104. Games coming up. Now it gets interesting as we move through the Sal's NBL Final Six. The Rams are through tonight in overtime. Controversy, there'll be more said about it, but more importantly, the Rams are through. The Bulls have just taken down the Saints. We say goodbye to the 12-time champs. Look at the semi-finals. Brooke Rusco, Tuatara, Bulls tomorrow night, right here, live from 7 p.m. Nuggets and the Rams on Saturday night.
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be an interesting one as we get ready for the grand final on Sunday night. I cannot wait to be back here and see these boys play.
Big night. Dan Sokolovsky having a chat. Modi Mayor, he would have been happy with what he saw. As they stretch out, the rehab starts. The Tuatara and the Bulls is up next. Hope you've enjoyed it. We're underway in the Sal's NBL Final Six. The Rams and the Bulls progress. We'll see you for more tomorrow night.